And there we go. All right. What's up, guys? Yes, midday stream. I was muted. Yeah. Bear with me. Let's turn that light on. And let me refresh the pipes here. And let's turn this on so it'll grab me. Come on. Oh, we have a small problem. My OBS is not cooperating. Give me a second here. Let's see. There we go. Now it's tracking. All right. OBS is paying attention now. Or OBSBot. Currently sitting in your nearly built workshop. Yeah, Captain, I've been lurking a little bit. Work has been kicking my ass. Personal life's been getting the best of me. But I have been kind of like snooping, and I'm going to check out more. It is awesome. But if you guys notice, I posted that this stream has to happen today, and I need your help. And by I need your help, I mean I need a lot of help. This one is now near and dear to my heart, more so than it was the first time it happened. This is now the second time it's happened in my area. And what I saw yesterday had me livid. I actually called the police because this woman was not listening and was about to be scammed out of a stack that thick, $100 bills at the local gas station on the crypto machine. Those crypto ATMs. She had pumped about $1,000 in, the lady at the register had said, and she had a stack that big, and it was $100 bills. So, Viking, good to see you. Havoc, good to see you. And again, Captain, good to see you guys, by the way. Let me get that out of the way first. But this woman was about to be taken for $20,000+. And there was no way in hell I was letting this 80+-year-old woman get screwed out of her money. I intervened, and this woman was not listening to me. And her daughter, who had a much deeper voice than Captain Kern, she said, I need to go out to, I just have to go out to the car. I got to talk to my daughter, and went out to the car because I would not let up. As soon as she got in her car, I took a picture of her license plate in case she had drove off. And I called the police department and informed them that this woman was in here being scammed. The person on the phone, she claimed was her daughter, but had a very deep masculine voice. And she is walking around with a huge stack of cash. So I am now done. I'm done sitting on the sidelines. So I have a new purpose in life. I am going to start making content on the other YouTube channel, which I link down below, Protect the Elderly. I'm pretty sure Protect the Elderly is probably taken elsewhere, but they didn't use the YouTube name. So I'm using it. You didn't take it. You didn't own it. I took it. So I'm taking Protect the Elderly. I'm going to make some YouTube content, and I'm going to start going around to my local assisted living centers, churches, town halls, community, whatever. I'm going around starting locally, and I'm going to go start talking to them about these scams, the scammers, the things they do, the way they make you feel, how they guilt you into thinking that you did something wrong and that you have to do this for them. I am going to be making content on this. I am going to be going to these events, like anywhere they will let me speak to the elderly about this, and not just the elderly, people in general. So like people who maybe don't understand, they can watch come talk, ask questions. I am hell-bent on this now. It is my new passion. I love you guys in the 3D printing space, but I want to save people from douchebag piece of shit scammers. And that's my drive right now. There's enough shit going on in my life, my personal life. I took today and tomorrow off because mentally I hit a place where I felt worthless, useless. Like I did not need to exist. I won't say the other thing. I don't have those thoughts. I just felt like I was doing no good for anyone. So that's a me issue. That's not a you issue. That's not I'm saying that because I need some kind of boasting or picking up. That's not what I'm doing. But this, when I saw that again for the second time in my tiny little town, and this woman could have been my grandmother, your grandmother, someone's grandmother, was or is someone's grandmother, and possibly even great grandmother. Um, and she was out driving by herself with a large stack of cash, going to an ATM, cryptocurrency ATM at the tiny little podunk gas station because the person on the other end of the phone told her anything and everything they needed to tell her to convince her to go to her bank, take out this money, and then go to the gas station to then put this money into this machine and then send it to them. She'd already put $1,000 in the 2 hours she had been sitting there before I got there. The lady at the register informed me that she tried to stop the lady, and I said, I can't let this one go. That is too much goddamn money to let this woman get screwed out of. I intervened. I kept going until this woman was uncomfortable and walked away from the machine. And as soon as she walked away from that machine, I was on the phone. I called the local sheriff's office. I told them, this is what's going on. Please send an officer now because she will not listen to us. And hopefully, someone with a uniform will help her to understand that she is being scammed. Sure enough, she sat in the car on her phone. The chief of police here in town pulled up, knocked on her window, spoke with her, took her phone, spoke to the person on the phone. They hung up. Surprise. Never called her back. Surprise. You know, so this is something that is important to me. This is something that I am going to be pursuing. Um, so I'm hoping that when I go to these events and stuff, I can bring laptop, webcam, wear my little microphone here, and have these chats with groups of people. This is something that obviously can't I don't want to start into that, but I do plan to make some content here for the channel that just kind of explains how these scammers work, what their tactics are, and get them up on the channel so that there's some content there, and that maybe if you guys yourselves, have groups in your area, you can share these videos, share these links, and tell them, look, please go watch this. We're concerned about you. We're concerned about your well-being, and we want to make sure you're safe and not getting screwed out of your own money. So go watch these videos. And that's my hope. Just put the videos out there and let people watch the content. Oh, neighbor's dog is going crazy. LTX, good to see you, man. Captain, you're inside now? All right. But yeah, so if you guys could please just give here, let me, that's not it. At protect the elderly. There we go. If you guys could please just go sub to that channel. I'm hopefully this weekend going to work on getting some kind of a video. It's going to be cheesy like you always see this. I'm just going to record something here. I don't have like an official logo. I just, hey, Grok, make me this. And what you see there, that's what Grok put out. I just wanted something quick. I wanted something to establish like right away, because this is not something I want to sit on. But I at least want to get like a video this weekend. So I'm going to work on like slides, get a slides presentation put together as well, so that, if I can kind of get my foot in the door in maybe some churches, some other like assisted living places or senior centers where I can go in and sit down and talk with them and just explain to them that these people, use these kinds of tactics, and they're very ignorant and they are very convincing, and they'll be rude to you. Things that these people need to understand is, if anybody ever calls you and tells you that you owe a debt, that you need to pay it in cryptocurrency or you need to pay it in gift cards, that is a scam. Regardless, that is a scam. Any debt collector wants three forms of payment from you: cash, check, or charge. They do not want anything else. Cash, check, charge. If they ask for anything else, they're not legit. Take that information, go to your local police department, turn it over, let them run with it. Another thing is they'll do that crap where they'll try to make you feel guilty, like, oh, my family, how am I going to feed my family this, I'm going to have to pay for that. They tug at heartstrings. It's bullshit. Well, Digital Dragon, good to see you, sir. But yeah, so I'm not necessarily leaving the 3D printing space. I'm not leaving this channel. um, I wasn't really streaming much here, and it was a lot of mental stuff for me. Not you guys' fault. Apologies for ignoring you, but understand that right now there's where my focus is I want to help protect not just the elderly. It does say protect the elderly, but it's more of protect the unknowing. Like, I want to protect those who don't understand how these scams work, primarily the elderly. And this is said without being ignorant, but primarily elderly women, because that nurturing nature that they have tends to get them in a situation. So I'm not going to, I'm not saying this in any kind of like an ignorant way. It is what it is. The two people in my town that I have seen that have fallen victim to this, in this tiny town of like 1,500 or whatever it is, 1,200, 1,500 people, I've seen now two, and they were both females, and they were both 60 plus. So, these guys know what to say and how to say it to convince, that, like, these people to go take out thousands of dollars of their money. And if you're on a fixed income, or you are living off of what's left from a past spouse, like you're living off of a life insurance policy from your late spouse, that money is not being replaced. You're living off of that until there is no more. So if some asshole convinces you to cryptocurrency and then send that money, they're a piece of shit. First off, plain and simple, they are a piece of shit, and they deserve to rot in hell or worse. I will not speak kindly of those people, because anyone who is willing to knowingly deceive someone, that could be considered, could be life altering, like, you're a piece of shit, plain and simple. Like, to take from elderly people who, that's all they have left, and all you care about is how much of that can you put in your pocket. You're a piece of shit. So this isn't my usual like maker stream, which isn't true, because I'm printing a La Fufu, La Boo Boo, whatever you want to call it. I've got the tan parts, the black parts printed. I got to print the white parts now, so I'm going to swap the filament to the white, and then I'm going to print it in. I'll probably print gold, because why not? So I'm going to make a gold La Fufu, La Boo Boo. If anybody notices, I got a haircut today. I took a day off of work so that I could spend time kind of clearing my head. This happened yesterday. It gave me a new drive and passion, and that is kind of where I'm at. And it's, again, nothing against my 3D printing friends, the 3D printing space. I'm still here. I'll still be here. I'll do streams, make content, and do that stuff. But there's enough of you guys in this community doing it now. So I know there's enough people out there to do it. I'll do my streams on 3D printing stuff as I have time. But I am going to be focused this weekend on getting some stuff together, like I said, for the Protect the Elderly program thing. I'm going to start working on, start setting up. La fake. Oh, the camera got stupid. Let's hit reset. Come back. There we go. Yeah, working on those things. The la fake. Sorry, la fake. I don't know where the hell I came from, but yeah. No, so that's kind of where I'm at, though, is I'm like, you guys get it. I know you guys get it. I can't stress enough how stupid flies. I need to close the door. I broke my fly swatter killing a fly. Alert PETA, I killed a fly. Turn this on. Get some cool air in here. It's like almost 90 degrees. I don't know why the hell I didn't turn it on before. Print one, TPU slapper. Yeah, with a PETG arm. Well, actually, I still have this part. I don't have this. So I could just see if I can find one where I can slide those in. But no, so like I said, I'm at my wit's end right now with this. Like I said, the first lady, she got taken for over $4,000 is what I saw in the machine. And when she told me to, and here goes my PG-13 rating for this stream, but she told me to mind my fucking business and walked out the door. I was upset because I was trying to do the right thing. I was trying to be a good person, and that was her response to me because that's what those evil assholes on the phone told her to say to me. But she got taken. I wish there was some way I could help her, but I can't. The woman last night, though, much older, much more frail, and way more money. Like I said, the stack was about that thick, and it was $100 bills. Not 20s, not 5s, not singles. It was $100 bills. That much. So there was no way in hell I was letting her get screwed out of that, especially since I was told that she'd already put 1,000 in. And then I told her, ma'am, I do internet. I work at a school. I do IT, internet security. I have 300 students and 100 staff members that I oversee to make sure that they are safe and secure while using the internet in my building. I said that I know what I'm talking about. Granted, I was t-shirt, jeans, and yesterday my hair was a mess. So I had gotten off of work. My hair was a mess. I looked like shit. I didn't look like an IT guy, and I get that. I get that. I don't come off to people as an IT guy because, as you guys see me on stream, is how I go to work: jeans, t-shirt, tennis shoes. I don't come off like an IT guy. That's the thing, though. Don't judge me by what you see. Judge me by what I tell you and what I show you. So I don't judge anybody, man. I mean, you look at guys like Steve Jobs wore black shirts and jeans all the time. You know, look at freaking Zuckerberg up until he got married. You know, he was always, worth several million, billion, whatever it was at the time. And, he got married and then he got a fashion sense. I got married and I still don't have a fashion sense. Havoc, that's the thing. I don't really know, but for some reason, every time you ask somebody what an IT guy looks like, they always say polos, khakis, and, things like that. Your first manager in the 90s was 3 feet tall had a 3 foot tall blue mohawk. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying though. Like, don't ever judge a book by its cover. Don't think just because I don't look like an IT guy that I'm not an IT guy, because I'm an IT guy. I may not be the IT guy you're expecting, but I'm the IT guy you're getting. You know what I mean? All right, let's see here. The teeth and the eyeballs. Click that. Print. There we go. So we're getting the le foo-foo, la fake. And it got lost again. Down here. There you go. Keep going. It's amazing how if you wave your hand in front of it, it'll do that. We all screwed now. Yep. But no, guys. So if you could, though, for me, go to the Protect the Elderly YouTube link that I posted. Give it a sub. And like I said, I'm going to work on like a slides presentation that I can upload to YouTube to kind of help. There'll just be like a voiceover. It'll be the slides and I'll talk over the slide and then I'll get that all put together and uploaded. And then I'm going to probably have one of like me like this, just, hi, I'm Dan. The reason you're here is because insert, people getting screwed over by scammers. And, it'll be one of those, like, send this video to your family members kind of a thing. Like if you don't know how to or don't want to talk to your family about it, at least take the 5-10 seconds to share that. And it'll just be me talking to the camera like this, just explaining that scammers are out there and they're going to try to convince you. And basically, it'll be like the slides presentation, but it'll just be my face talking to them kind of one-on-one to explain to them that if these people contact you and say you have to pay your IRS debt or this or that, or maybe they said they were with the antivirus company and that they owed you a refund, and when you went to get the refund, they somehow accidentally had typed in an extra zero, and now you had to go to the bank to get that money and then go buy gift cards or take it to the crypto ATM at your local gas station or wherever you might find one. That those are not valid forms of payment to any business. Any business will not, I shouldn't say any business, because you can buy Teslas and I think there's a couple Lamborghini dealers that you can buy cars with Bitcoin. But still, for the most part, if you're paying a debt with crypto, you know what crypto is, you know how to use it, and you know that it's legitimate. But if they're telling you you have to pay it in crypto, that you can't pay it over the phone with a credit card or with cash or with a check, then they're not legitimate. They're screwing you over. Take the information that you've gathered, the phone number, the name of the person you spoke with, turn it over to your local authorities and let them know that someone tried to scam you, and just let it go. If they try calling you over and over and over again, just ignore them or tell them that you know they're a scammer and that you've contacted the local authorities and the information has been turned over to them. Have a nice day, and just hang up. Because my understanding was this lady's driver's license, social security number, and about $1,000, that information was all given up yesterday. So back to the day job. All right, Z, have fun, good sir. Like I said, I am doing a little bit of 3D printing, but that's not like the primary thing for right now. Right now, it's using this platform to help bring people to the other one. So if you don't want to, that's fine. You don't have to sub to the other channel. Just make note of it, and then once I get some content out there, just peruse it, make sure it's something that you agree with, and then give that information to other friends and family. Like, pass that along to friends, family, town meetings. If you're involved in church groups or whatever, pass that information on to them and ask them to go watch it. Jerry, what's going on, good sir? Good to see you. Jerry, I don't know if you saw or what this is all about, but last night a woman at my local gas station almost got scammed out of a large chunk of money, a stack about yay big of $100 bills at the gas station's crypto ATM that we have here in town. And long story short, that's the second time within 3 months in my tiny little town of about 12 to 1,500 people that's happened. And I am now completely fucking livid, and I am going to do my damnedest to put content out on the YouTube channel, the youtube.com/@protecttheelderly. Again, like I said, the content's not going to be just for elderly, but they are the primary target of a lot of these ignorant pieces of shit. And I want to help in any way I can. So I figure make some content, go around to my local facilities, have these conversations with them, talk to them, explain to them that cryptocurrency and gift cards are not valid forms of payment for a debt. Cash, check, or charge. That's the only way they want their money if they're a legitimate business. Cash, check, or charge. So, and also when they start telling you things like, oh, tell them when you go in to buy this or when you go in to do this, tell them you're talking to your daughter or you're talking to your son, or, when they make excuses like that, they tell you that you should deceive the people around you. Then are they really trustworthy? You know what I mean? Like, are they really a trustworthy person you're paying money to if they're asking you to deceive those around you? Because if they were legitimate, they wouldn't be asking you to do that. They'd be asking you to just go in and take care of it. If someone asks, you say, yes, I am so-and-so. I'm on the phone with so-and-so. I'm paying my debt. So crypto is a scam in itself. Cash or debit? Cash, check, or charge? Yes. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I key's not working. That's all good, Jerry. It's all good, man. I understood what you meant. But I am completely fucking done with these scammers and their bullshit, and I am going to make content and put it out there. I created that channel because I want that to be the place where people go. Like I said, I'm going to put together over the weekend, or even like today, tomorrow, I'm going to work on a slides presentation that breaks down what these scammers are doing, how they're going to make you feel. I'll do a little voiceover over the top of the slides, and then I will upload that. And then I'm also going to make a video of like this ugly fucking face here, this one. I'm going to do a video of this talking, so that this way, for people who don't know how to have the conversation with their family, they can just link them the video and say, please go watch this video. It will better understand. It will hopefully help better understand, or make you, or help you to better understand how these scammers do what they do, what they say, and hopefully it can become like a regular rotation in places like assisted living centers, or maybe like church gatherings, or places where the 60 plus crowds tend to gather and meet, so that it can kind of help them to understand that when these people are asking you to do this or telling you to do this, that you don't need to do it. Hang up your phone, or go to the police. And if they tell you, don't call the police, don't call your banks, don't talk to your family, those are not good people, and they are trying to scam you out of the money. They don't want anyone that could potentially stop them from receiving the money that you have, that they're about to try and take from you, from them getting that money. So again, if it's legit, no one will ever stop you or try to make you deceive someone in paying a debt. But when someone is trying to stop you, or stop others from knowing what you're doing, or trying to tell you to deceive others, that's a scam. Plain and simple, that is a scam. Unboxing Saturday in a stream on your Centauri. Nice. Is it the Centauri Carbon or a Centauri, Jerry? Did you get the enclosed the Centauri Carbon, or just the Centauri? Because Carbon is the enclosed, Centauri is just the like the P1 series, like open, no panels. Okay, you got the Carbon. Okay. Yeah. I love my Carbon. I have had a couple of silly little issues with it. I will tell you that I did run a material through it that it did not like. It was that Philaxix. It was the blue and it was either the blue and green or the blue and silver, like co-extrusion, and it kept jamming up in the hot end. And I don't know why, but now I'm running like straight Polymaker through it. And other than the fact that the other day when I went to swap the filaments, I had pushed it in, and I thought I'd pushed it all the way into the extruder, but apparently I had not. So it printed an entire print with the hot end, or with the filament slowly working backwards into the PTFE tube. And I didn't realize it because I started the print and went to bed, and then came back the next morning and there was nothing on the build plate. So that was I screwed up. And there's something going on with this desk, and I'm starting to think that it is definitely the desk, because you guys can kind of see it there. My arm, I'm breaking out on my arm, and it's where my arm touches the corner of my desk right here. I'm wondering if I have some kind of an allergy to the wood that's in this press board, or it could be an allergy to the glue that they use to press or something, because over the years, I've kind of worn down the edge of this, and some of the stuff that's trapped inside, I think, is what's getting on my skin and causing my arm to break out. So I'm going to have to find something to put over this to protect my arm from the wood, and see if I still have that issue, because it's weird. You bought yours from Elegoo on Amazon, and they wanted $40 for the tax, 1-day delivery from either one. Nice. Giant mouse pads help. Yeah, 23. I got an oversized mouse pad here, but it gets pushed up. It doesn't stay like this counter, as you can see, is kind of high. I built it kind of high so that when I'm sitting, my arms are a little more up. I'm not like way down here clicky clacking. I put it up a little bit. So my arms kind of rest right there. Oh, you bought it from Elegoo. Amazon wanted a tax. Got it, got it, got it. Stupid flies. I got you. Yeah, it's probably still coming out of an Amazon warehouse anyway. You probably bought it from them directly, so they got the money outright, and then they're probably shipping it out of an Amazon warehouse. It's probably going to come with some kind of Amazon tracking on it, or like some kind of Amazon indicator. I know sometimes they do that, you know. 6'2". I mean, I'm taller than most Havoc. It's coming FedEx. Yeah, it could be coming FedEx out of a Amazon facility, or you are in the Las Vegas area, so it very well could be coming out of maybe a Las Vegas shipping facility they may have, or even from California to Las Vegas. You can get there in 8 hours. So it may have, be in a California warehouse, come in FedEx one day. So that's, no matter what, man, you are getting a Centauri Carbon, you're gonna love it. It's a great machine. It has become my go-to for pretty much everything anymore. Mostly I've been printing PLA on it. I have done some TPU, ASA, ABS, PETG, and PLA all print just fine. The TPU, I did have to dry it. It was stringy, but yeah, I mean, I printed all 4 of my main materials, or 5 of my main materials, with no major issue there. So Polymaker ships your from Amazon. Yeah. Polymaker's biggest thing is a lot of their stuff they ship to Amazon and let Amazon kind of distribute it out to their different facilities. It does make it easier to get the Polymaker. I know anytime I get Polymaker shipped to me, so like whenever Joel or Sean or any of the gang at Polymaker, when I hit them up for some filament, they usually send out of one of the local Amazon facilities. Usually it comes out of Illinois, out of Chicago. A couple times it's come from the Iowa, come out of Iowa, and one time it came out of Missouri. So, but for the most part, yeah. Andrew Rogers with a tenner for the Missed You at Printopia Fund. Well, thank you, good sir. Greatly, greatly appreciated. I will take it. So, Projects in Dad's Garage and Andrew Rogers, just so you guys know, and everybody who missed it, I did link the new YouTube channel down there. It is for a reason, and a quick, short little cliff notes. 2 elderly women in my area within the last 3 months have been scammed at the crypto ATM at the local gas station. The first one, I caught it. I explained it to her. I told her, you're being scammed. Please stop. She told me, and I'm quoting, she told me to mind my fucking business and walked out of the gas station. And when I looked over, there was over $4,000 she had put in that crypto machine. So she got taken for over $4,000. The little old lady last night had a stack about yay thick of $100 bills, and she had already put $1,000 worth in the crypto machine. I was not letting her get screwed over at all. There was no way. So I interrupted until she finally got uncomfortable with the situation. She went out to her car. I called the sheriff's office. I explained to them, this is what's going on. They contacted my local PD. The chief of police showed up within 2 minutes. I hadn't even finished my phone call with the police department. I was still giving them the description of the car and the license plate number when he pulled into the parking lot. He got out. I walked over to the door. I pointed at the car and said, it's this one here. He goes, you called? I said, yeah, I'm still on the phone with the sheriff. He said, okay. And as I went to say that, the sheriff said, okay, the officer is there. He'll take it from there, sir, and hung up. And then I went back in, paid for my stuff. He went over, knocked on the window, got the phone from her, had a conversation with the scammer, who then hung up on him. And then he started talking to the woman. I walked over on my way out. I said, ma'am, just so you know, I do IT for a living. I know how these scams work. I protect people from this stuff. The chief said, thank you very much for helping. You have a nice day, sir, which was I got the hint. He's got it from here. Get the hell out of here. I turned around, looked at the lady at the gas station that was working the register, and I said, have a good night. Got in my car, came home. And while I sat here losing my mind over the fact that now twice a little old woman who could have been, like I said, is someone's grandmother, mother, possibly even great grandmother, was being taken advantage of. And I'm done. I'm done saying that, what happens if people don't know. I'm done saying that. I am now going to make some content, put it on that YouTube channel, and I want everyone to share that with everyone. I do not care. Share it with everyone. I don't want to make a fucking dime from this. I want to save people money. If anybody wants to help so that I can maybe, get flyers printed up, things like that, that's great. We'll get there when we get there, but we're not there. You guys know how I operate. I don't need nothing until I need something. And if I need something, I'll ask. Right now, I don't need nothing. I'm still trying to get I'm going to work on tonight, tomorrow, work on getting the content together so that I can get the content out there. We do have a volleyball game tonight for my daughter, so fingers crossed we win. But most likely tomorrow, get the daughter up, get her off to school, come out here in the garage and start getting the slideshow presentation with the voiceover ready to go and get that loaded to the channel, and then put together a little, this is who I am, this is why you're watching this video, and get that put up and finish building my La Fufu, La Boo Boo, La whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm so here. I'm so fucking tired of watching people being screwed over, and all I'm thinking to myself is like I posted a video on here on Facebook and whatnot. I don't understand why people aren't talking to their elderly family and telling them, if you ever get this call and they tell you not to call me, you need to call me. Like, they're going to make you feel bad. They're going to make you feel guilty. They're going to try to tug at your heartstrings. Doesn't fucking matter. Hang up that phone and you call. Call me, call me, call me. Tell me this is what happened. And then I can tell you, or call the police. Tell the police this is what happened. Or tell whoever. Like, these family members need to do this. And if they're not going to do it, I'll make the video. You share the link and let them be the ones to watch the video, hear what I say, use that information. And if they still have watched the content and still fall victim, I will feel bad, but I will know that I put something out there that could potentially have saved them or helped them had they listened to what was in there. I'm just so at my wit's end. Can I repost the link? I certainly can, good sir. Give me just a moment. It's a real easy one to remember. YouTube.com/@protecttheelderly. There is a Protect the Elderly 1972. Older gentleman, one video. Don't know what that's about. I didn't watch the video. I just saw that there was another Protect the Elderly, but no one else had Protect the Elderly. I would love to register a domain name. If someone wants to PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo me some money, I will register the something. I'm probably going to register like protecttheelderly.org, because protecttheelderly.org is not taken. I'm not asking you to run out and like buy that domain, but it's not taken. I could get it. So if somebody wants to throw me like 20 bucks, 15, 20 bucks, whatever it'll be, like throw it in there. I'll go get it right now. I'll do it on stream. I'll GoDaddy, cheap names, whatever. So there, I'm not actually asking for help, but I'm saying if you want to help, there's one way. You can help me get the domain name registered. And then I will be hoping to find someone to help me build a nice website that can be put up out there to do that. And I'll have to find somewhere kind of safe and secure to put that, because I'm pretty sure scammers will probably not like that. 23 Blue Dude, thank you. Yes, thank you, gang. Currently, I was the only one following my channel. I'm up to 9. So there we go. We are up to 9. So thank you very much. But I am hoping that I can get some content on there. I'm hoping that I'll be able to go do some talks at senior centers and events like that where I can talk to them. Thankfully, because of a friend of ours in the community who happens to know a former radio DJ in my area, he got me in touch with him. He and I talked today. He's going to talk to some of the radio stations and some of the other like news organizations in my area to see if they can get me some lists of people to reach out to, contacts, people that I can get in touch with and talk to about this, and hopefully we can set something up where I can go start talking to people, possibly on like Saturdays, Sundays, have little like meet and greets, talk to people about internet safety, how these scammers work, and how to protect or safeguard yourself from these scammers. Like I said, my biggest thing is I want to protect anyone and everyone, primarily the elderly, but anyone and everyone. I should have just tried to protect them all instead of collect them all, protect them all. But like I said, the primary focus is on the elderly because they are the most likely to fall victim to this. But I don't want that content to be focused on just the elderly. I want to make content that people understand that this is for everyone, but because elderly are more likely to fall victim to this, that is why. Oh man, my print failed. I forgot to clean the build plate. Wait, did it really fail or did it just string really badly? It was just stringing really badly. Okay. As it jumped back and forth, it was stringing really badly. That's all. Okay. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it, guys. Come on, find me. I'm right here. There you go. But it's something I'm like 110% passionate about. I had a grandmother. I had 2 of them. But my mother's mother, so my maternal grandmother, lived to be 94. And up until the very end, she lived on her own. And while living on her own, she started to get dementia. And so we were constantly having to check in on her to make sure she was okay. She had a nurse that would come to the home every day, sit with her, talk to her, make sure she was okay, because we didn't want to put our grandmother, / my mother didn't want to put her mother in a nursing home. We did that with my grandfather, and it was not something that we enjoyed, so we did not do that. My grandmother's home was already paid for, and insurance covered a not necessarily a live-in nurse, but a couple of nurses that would come and stay with her until she would go to sleep at night, and then they would be there in the mornings with her when she got up. So we did that for my grandmother. And yeah, it's just how it's just kind of how it all went down. And had somebody taken advantage of my grandmother like that, like I said earlier, I would have traveled to the ends of the earth to destroy them. So if I'm willing to do that for my own grandmother, why shouldn't I be willing to do that for someone else's? I love my grandmother. She is, my grandmother's. My one grandmother passed away several years prior to that. And again, this is where I tell you guys, I'm not joking. I know that Sometimers is in my genes. It's in my bloodline, and I am going to, at some point, I put too much super glue in the snout. Damn it. We are doing 3D printing related something here. I just glued the nose in. Just glued the nose in. But, you know, grandmas are important, and we need to protect our grandmas. Let's see. Nope. This way. Yes. Put the eyeballs in. Ready? Don't get scared. Ta-da. Okay, gotta put a couple dabs of glue on the backside here to hold the eyeballs in. But I thank you guys for subscribing to the other channel. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I'm not wrapping the stream right now. I don't have a reason to at the moment. We're not rushing to be anywhere just yet. So, I mean, if you guys want to hang out still, keep hanging out. You just put a couple dabs of glue on the back of the eyeballs there to kind of keep them in place, let that dry, and then we'll squeeze the teeth in afterwards. But I'm thinking the body, we'll do that in the gold. What do you guys think? Should we do a gold la foo la boo boo? I think I should do a gold one, bring it, and then bring it with me tonight to the volleyball game if I can get the body printed in time. I think it was like a 4-hour print, so I don't think it's going to get done in time. So I'm not going to rush. I'm not going to like quickly swap out the filament. We'll wait. I know it won't get done in time, but I think I'm going to do a gold one, and then at my daughter's next volleyball game, I'll bring it. Bring the gold one because the school's colors are black and gold. But no, so that all being said, my rant about, you know, seeing the elderly being screwed over and how I'm planning to kind of like spearhead a little initiative to help protect them. And not just the elderly, but anyone who is unknowing of technology and how these scams work. I'm not looking to become like the next scammer Payback or nothing like that. There's enough guys doing that stuff. They do it really well, way better than I ever will. I'm not looking to do that. I just want to share the useful tidbits with those who need to hear it in a maybe a more personal way. So, you know, I might have to make a for children version, sort of, you know, where I say things a little more PG-13, and then maybe have another conversation where I have more of a, you know, we're adults, let's talk to each other like adults right now, and have a don't be an F and A. And what is up with this? Start there, work them down. There we go. Come on. These teeth are just a little bit of a pain, and the bits of teeth there didn't necessarily print properly. Dadgummit. All right, gotta find a way to gingerly force that in there. But sorry, gang, give me a moment. I'm trying to get the teeth in, and they're kind of arguing with me. Dang it. La foo la boo boo. Shall I do the one thing I probably shouldn't do? Try to bite the teeth in. I will put a microfiber over it and we'll bang on it a little bit. Hopefully we don't split nothing. Sorry for your ears. You've been warned. It's not going. What if we put the microfiber over and then we pinch it? What if we pinch it into place, maybe? Will that work? Jeesh. I should have oversized the teeth a little bit. Golly. All right, we'll leave it be for now. I'm not going to keep... I say we're going to leave it be, but you guys know I have ADHD. Something fierce. But how is everybody besides that? Like, I've been in a mental spiral. Trim it. Yeah, but now I fear if I take the teeth out, I might break them. How is everyone though otherwise? Like, I've been in a kind of a downhill spiral. Mentally, I've been in my head doing a lot of uh, stupid thinking. Um, and I don't like that. And I'm kind of glad that things played out the way they did, in the sense that I find a purpose for something, you know. So I had a purpose as a husband and a father and all that, but I just I see some, I see some good in something I can do. So yeah, there's that. And I know this stream wasn't for everybody or isn't for everybody. Okay, let's see if that helps. There's a little bit of that tan filament still kind of like wedged in there. Other than broken caps, broke down cars, I'm good. TJ, same buddy, same. I we had a 2003 Ford Explorer I bought like 3 years ago. It's been sitting on my in-laws. My daughter fell in love with the truck, so we were going to try and find a transmission for it. We finally decided that 3 years of sitting, it was time to let it go. There was a gentleman, I put it on Marketplace. He gave me $500, which is good because the junkyard was going to give me $350. So I got 150 more in the junkyard, got it out of there, and he got a bunch of parts he needs that would have cost him more than $500 at the junkyard. So that worked out good for him. It worked out good for us. Everybody kind of won. He got more than he needed for less than he would have paid. I got more than I would have gotten from the junkyard. And everyone, like I said, everyone's just a little bit happier that way. Oh, there we go. That is snapping in quite a bit better. Still a little off on this side, but there isn't anything behind it, so it actually pushed into place. There we go. All right. Teeth are in. The print did not go the greatest, but there you go. One little la foo la boo boo face. I just got to print the body now and put all the pieces in, the faces together. So there we go. Those faces are kind of creepy. You're feeling all right, not too bad, Clayton. That is good, man. I'm glad you're feeling all right, not too bad. Project Snag Garage taking a break. We'll have the workshop done today, but the interior, that is awesome, Captain. That is awesome, good sir. Sorry, I'm kind of backed up looking at stuff. But no, I am grateful for you guys. I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for the support that you guys give and bring. Even in my non 3D printing adventures. I started the channel this morning and it's already got 10 subscribers. So to those of you that subscribed, thank you very much. I will be, like I said, I will be working on content for that. And other than that, we're going to play around with 3D printers on this channel. Occasionally from time to time, I may talk about the other channel and what's going on over there. But it's important. You know what I mean? Like, that is important. So I will not, I will try not to make this channel that channel and that channel this channel. So when I'm here, I'll be here focusing on 3D printing, making, rebuilding printers, nerdy, techie things. And when I'm over there, it'll be talking about, like, as I find out new scams and how they work things, or if they're finding new ways to collect some kind of fees or payments from people for scamming them, I will be posting that stuff over there. Like I said, I'm not going to be Scammer Payback or any of those other channels. Those guys do what they do and they do a damn good job of it. I have no reason to try and be them, but I want to be like an information resource for, um, like I said, kind of focused on this specific type of way that you are being scammed and how to protect yourself from it. I may even, I'll have to see, because I know phone numbers are kind of a scary, sketchy thing, because a lot of times they spoof valid phone numbers. So I don't want to be doxing potential like real people. Um, they actually spoofed my phone number a few times. I got a phone call from one of the local police departments. It was probably about 60 miles away from where I live. The local chief of police called me and informed me that he had just received a call from my number. And I said, well, that's funny, because I can send you a screenshot of my call log. I did not call you. I actually work for a school as an IT guy, and I am very familiar with the phone number spoofing that these guys are doing to trick people into answering phones by either spoofing a number that might already be in your phone, or that you may not know but looks local to you, so you want to answer it. Which is funny, because you would have thought, with all this going on, that that might have been something they already had in their wheelhouse, but they didn't know about that, and I informed them of that. So I'm thinking maybe, like I said, I'm gonna start talking to, like, I gotta talk to the local chief here in town and see if there's maybe something he can do to kind of help get the word out, maybe get me in front of people. I'm going to talk to, like I said, the local churches, explain to them, um, explain to them who I am and why I want to speak with anyone in their ministry that would like to hear what I have to say to help safeguard them. Senior centers, assisted living centers, kind of like those primary places. And then maybe if it gets to the point where I can actually have little events or something where I can invite anyone and everyone in, Yep. Me too. Me too. Had the longest cord you've ever seen too. Like, you could walk through the house with this one random cord, and everybody always had to worry about tripping over it when you take it from one side of the house to the other. Yeah. Or if you were lucky enough to get a cordless phone and you had that big retractable antenna that you would have to pull out and then walk through the house, and like as you spin, you smack people in the head, knock shit off of shelves with it. Yep. Remember the good old days when we didn't have all the drama and bullshit. But yeah, you were either not lucky enough to have the cordless phone and you had a large cord all over your house. And then the worst part was, over time, that cord would get stretched out and it would get staticky and fuzzy. And then you'd have to, like, sometimes have to hold the plug with your hands. So you'd be holding the phone, like pinching it like this and holding the cable in, or you'd be holding the phone and use your pinky or your thumb to like hold the cable just right in the bottom of the phone. Yeah. And then the cordless phone, it always sucked because it never failed. You'd be in the middle of a nice conversation and the battery would die because nobody would remember to put it back on the charger when they were done, even though you always heard, put the phone back on the charger whenever you got off the phone. Yep. You always have to pick up the phone and listen before you started dialing, because it never failed. You'd be on the phone talking to a friend, and mom or dad would pick up the other line and doot, 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 and say, I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone. And they'd be like, hello? And be like, yeah, hi, I'm on the phone. I didn't call you. No, I'm in my bedroom. I'm on the phone. So, yeah. I do remember those. Or the occasional, like, you're on the phone talking to another family member and the other family member wanted to talk to them. So they would just pick up the phone in the middle of your call and start talking to them while you were having a conversation. There's that too. The joys of community phones. Yes. I'm going to swap. What do you guys think? We should do gold? Should we do a gold one? We're going to do gold. I'm going to put the gold in. By the way, if anybody's wondering, yes, I think I'm gaining weight again. I look like a little more bulbousy than I was. Print again. Confirm. Boom. Extruder. Extruder. Unload. I thought I clicked this already. I guess I did not. My bad. I think I'm putting on a little poundage. I could be wrong, but I think I'm putting on a couple more. School's back in session. It's back in session now, so I'm eating breakfast and lunch again. So I think I'm putting on a little bit. I got to watch this, because if not, I'm going to be back up in the 266, 260, 270 range. Not good for me. Not at my 6'2" and 260 is not good. So at least not for me. Bad feet, bad ankles, everything just hurt all the time. And that's why we don't have a house phone. Exactly. Exactly, Havoc. House phones are a thing of the past. Unload the filament. There we go. It let go. There we go, Jerry. I don't know if you're still here, but that's how hard it is to unload the filament. Just let it move around. It cuts the filament, shifts back over to the purge bin, or the poop chute area, and then you're done. But there we go. Now we're going to throw this Philaxix Gold in there, which I know it did print in the past. So hopefully it will print it without a problem. I know it printed in the past because it's still got that nice smooth cut from when it printed the last time. It was something with that co-extruded and that one color that it wouldn't do it. It just kept messing up. Push it in, hit load, make sure it's pushed all the way up to the extruder, and then we'll just wait. The extruder should grab it, pull it in, and we'll check the purge bin and make sure the color matches. There you go. Good to see you, camera. Yep, when it became popular, you had the loud echoes that would, when someone would freeze in the, or yeah, pick up the phone in the middle of an internet connection and your internet drops and you have to reconnect. Just getting ready for winter is all, not gaining weight. Yes. Have some awesome color filaments that you see. Hold on. Let's do this. There you go. There's the current filament collection. We've got the Philaxix. We had the gold, silver, golden red, blue and silver, and it's blue and red and blue and silver. Then we got some ambrosia, the galactic green and planetary blue, ASA. Next row up. Let's see, next row up right here. That's some Peopoly or Peopoly. Peopoly is what it actually is. Oh, the missus is calling. Give me 1 second, gang. Let me just mute for a moment. Oh, maybe I will. I don't know. It won't let me mute. Hold on a second, gang. 1 second there, my loving wife. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, so yeah, lots of colors. We've got, I did the pink, that's the Atomic Bubblegum Pink PLA right there. I did that for the one of my daughter's little friends that, or one of my daughter's volleyball friends' little sister wanted one. So she's kind of the reason why this started. So, and actually, yeah, looking at the teeth, I do see what happened. When I said I thought that it had popped or something, it must have, because yeah, you can look and see that the teeth, if it'll focus, there you go. You can kind of see that the teeth don't go all the way up, so it didn't actually finish the teeth, but I don't care. They're in there and it is fine. It looks good enough for me. But yeah, so, but yeah, there's a lot of colors up there right now. Joel, a little while back, he sent me a gift card for some Polymaker, so I ordered a couple rolls, and that's what you see for the most part is the Polymaker stuff. Let me make sure that the filament loaded. The missus was just reminding me that I got to pick one daughter up from detention and run socks to the other daughter. It is complete. Let's go here. Let's find the body. Where is the body? There it is. All right, level and print and go. All right, now we're getting ready to print the body. But tonight's volleyball game is going to be against a Catholic private school. So, and they, like most Catholic private schools, can recruit their players. So our girls are going to have a hell of a workout tonight. But fingers crossed we come out on top. And the superfan section is usually not very nice. So it'll be entertaining. We will get back to building this. We will. I got to get that guy down and get a hot end, print the parts for a hot end there. Because we're going to, I could just leave it and we could just do the tip shaping and all that in the firmware. But where's the fun in that? You know what I mean? You like the red? What is that? That's the, wait, which red? Like the red on this or the red up there? That red, right there. Because the red on this, I don't know. 3D&T, Terry gave that to me at Murph. She said, take this home with you, give it to your wife. So I took it home with me and gave it to my wife. And because the dogs eat everything, it's out here in the garage. The red on the reel back there is just your standard Polymaker red, pan chroma. It is the matte lava red. Matte lava red. There you go, matte lava red. So that is, if that is the one you were looking at, that is what it is. Give me just a second, gang. I want to make sure. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Matte lava red. Otherwise, the red spools are Atomic. That's when Atomic had the red spools. That is the Atomic. It is the blue carbon fiber PETG. And that's just the Atomic spool. It's actually in red. So give me a second. Let's pause this. Let's go up and let's go, let's go over. That red spool, yeah, that is actually the Atomic spool. It's a red spool. So check this out. Atomic back in the day had red spools, and it is their, I mean, and this is old now. This was bought in 2020. So it's like 5-year-old PETG. It's the blue carbon fiber. It's dusty, dirty, nasty, been sitting forever, open air, all crazy like. But it's blue carbon fiber PETG. You need to dry it out and maybe print something with it, because it was some nice stuff, but it was expensive back in the day, and I think it's still kind of expensive today. This is carbon composite proto pasta This is a 500-gram spool. It's the composite carbon fiber PLA from Protopasta. And then this stuff, this is a heavy spool. This is some stuff, composite iron PLA from Protopasta. This stuff is metallic, or not metallic, magnetic. There we go. It's magnetic. And if you print with it and sand it a little bit, it will rust, and you can give it that rusted kind of aged look. You know? You've got a few spools of the older atomic carbon fiber. Yeah, I had the black, the red, and the blue. And the black and the red, I ended up giving to one of my sons and told him, you're going to want to dry it before you use it because the stuff's been sitting for a while. But I kept the blue because I like the blue. Benny, what's up, Benny? Good to see you, man. But yeah, right now as it stands, to anybody who's just popping in, if you could for me, please go to my new channel, give it a follow. The purposes of that channel are going to be not just the elderly, even though it says protect the elderly. It's also going to be just like an informative site on how to watch for scammers and how not to fall victim to the go buy a gift card or go to the crypto ATM, take all your money out of your bank. It's going to have some tips and tricks, things you can do to protect against it. And I'm hoping to also put together some videos when I do, I want to start talking to the public. Like I said, I want to start going to senior centers, church functions, assisted living centers. I want to go to all these places and have these conversations with people, explain to them, this is the things you need to watch out for, and here's how to, kind of safeguard and protect yourself. After yesterday's incident, it's hitting way too close to home, and that poor woman almost got taken for her life, probably her life savings. And I just want to protect her and others, not just her, but I want to protect people from that. So that's what that channel is going to be. It's going to be, like I said, the first videos are going to be me kind of talking to everybody, just a video kind of like this, where I'm sitting here talking to people, explaining to them the evils of the internet and how these people work, function, how they act, what they do, how to protect yourself from that. And then also going to put together like a PowerPoint, kind of a voiceover PowerPoint presentation, have that on there with some slides kind of going over like these key things and then explaining them a little bit more. And then, I'll have that slides presentation once it's complete that I can take with me down the road. I'll have a laptop and maybe a projector and a screen I can set up and kind of flip through a slides presentation with them. But at some point, it'd be nice to have some handout pamphlet literature to get printed out and ready to go as well. Just to be able to put around and maybe even make up some, if somebody wants to help me with this part, it would be nice to have now, would be some kind of a warning that I could tape on these machines or have them post above their machines that just say, before you use this machine, are you doing this for yourself? If not, were you told to use this machine by someone who claimed this, or this? Please hang up the phone with them right away. Call the police and let them know that someone's trying to scam you. Just a nice little warning that we can put on these machines or near these machines. If somebody wants to help me design something like that, or somebody wanted to design something like that, send it to me so that I can have that. That'd be greatly appreciated. Like I said, my goal is, and I'm probably, sorry guys, checking the messages. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. No, I'm gonna register a domain name too, and then I'll need some help getting a kind of a informative, kind of professional looking, not single page, like a professional looking web page put together with content and information. So I'll probably be reaching out to one of you guys to um, maybe assist with that. I know that I still need to get going on the printer rehab website, get that going because the domain is there and there's a server there. We just got to get that going. I kind of have too many eggs in one basket right now, and this is kind of topping my list right now for the obvious reason. So, um, but yeah, so if you guys are or could please, you know, help spread the word and let's get the channel. I'll get content on the channel, and if you could just kind of help spread the channel, the content from the channel, and we'll go around and kind of go from there. But I've got about I gotta make sure my La Fufu or La Boo Boo, my La whatever it is printing. So give me a moment. Okay, looks like I need to adjust my Z offset. Let's see. Bear with me. I'm going to adjust the offset a little. About to sneeze. About to sneeze. There we go. That is looking much closer, much better. Okay. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay. Close that up. We'll let that little guy print. But I'm probably going to pop off here pretty quick because I have to run some socks to my daughter at school for volleyball tonight, and then I have to just before volleyball go pick up my other daughter from detention because my youngest daughter got a detention for putting her head down and not sleeping in class. So I have to go pick up one from detention. I gotta go drop off socks to one for her volleyball game, go pick up the other one from detention, and then haul butt back, drop her off, grab the missus, head to the gas station, grab a fountain pop, head to the volleyball game, watch 3 games because we watch the freshman, the JV, and the varsity because her daughter plays on varsity. So we watch all 3 because might as well be there to support them all, right? And then after that, come home. Tomorrow I'm off again. I took today and tomorrow off because I needed some mental health days, kind of clear my head from a lot of the other stuff that was going on. Not saying that I'm not clearing my head from that, but I did find a new focus. So I want to get content together, get it done, get it ready, and then have something that hopefully next week I can start kind of pushing out and talking a little bit more about people about this. And if I can start pushing it now, I want to. I don't have any slides or anything together, but if a group got a hold of me today and said, tomorrow, can you come talk to us? Yes, I can. I will be there. I don't care what it takes. I will be there. A radio station wants to talk to me and, ask me to explain things that people need to watch for. I'm done. I'm down. Let's do it. Let's get the knowledge. Let's get the information. Let's share. So that's where I'm at. I want to share the knowledge, share the information, get it out there. I want people to know. So presentation or no presentation, I'm going to share my knowledge, share my experiences, as well as, you know, I want to be there to help, and I want to get it out there as quick as I can, because the longer you wait on something, the more damage is done. So, but I thank you guys for coming in, hanging out for an hour and 24 minutes and 41 seconds. Thank you for that. Thank you for following the other channel. I will get, like I said, get content out there. And if you could, just kind of spread the word. Once I get stuff on that site, if you could, help pass it around. And if somebody wants to design some sort of a logo, feel free to do so. Let me know. And if somebody can help me with making up some sort of like a warning flyer that we can just, you know, maybe discreetly or not so discreetly start just sticking on these machines to help people better understand that they are being scammed. Something, you know, hey, if someone tells you that you need to use this to pay a debt, it's a scam. Call the police. Don't believe what they're telling you. They're going to try all kinds of tactics. It is a scam, 100%. Hang up, call the police. Do not answer the phone if they call back. And then we can put them on gift card racks and stuff too, you know. So, but I'm going to work on stuff like that, trying to get these things together and then start getting that knowledge out there. If you know any businesses that want to help or could help, send them my way. It's actually, I did create an email address for that. It's helpprotecttheelderly@gmail.com right now. I don't have the domain, so that's what I have. So again, help protect the elderly@gmail.com. That is the email address. You can send emails there or give that email address to businesses or friends and tell them this is just some guy who is wanting to share his knowledge. And if you think you can help him, please reach out. Or if you have an organization, I could do, you know, we can do remotes. Like I could do it like a Zoom meeting or a team setup or something until I can get, you know, something they could show off. But we're going to work on that. I thank you guys for your time today. I thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope my daughter's volleyball team wins tonight, and I hope my other daughter learned her lesson and doesn't get another detention. But I don't think that's going to happen, that last one. I love her, but she is 13 and honorary, so I'm pretty sure we'll have more detention. I hope she doesn't, though, because Dad's the one who's always got to go get her from detention. So kind of hoping she'll stop that. But love you guys. Stay out of trouble, stay out of jail. Happy 3D printing and all the things. And remember, talk to your elderly family and explain to them the importance of talking to you when someone says they owe a debt. It's probably a scam. Don't fall victim to it, and help them out. All right, gang. Later.